We are evolving every day, as a people and also as a continent. The rise in technology has brought about an unquestionable open-mindedness for all, which definitely didn't exist before now. The world doesn't seem so big anymore. Thanks to social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and many more like them, who have connected us all irrespective of race or tribe. But the truth is, while the rest of the world has moved on, a very few still hold on to a certain way of life and belief system. Please take a look. This remains your regular program.
So, still on Facts on Matters. The topic today: what is expected of a brother, somebody that is born again, a born again brother, who by mistake impregnated a lady, and then the lady gave, in the process of giving birth to that baby, she died. And then this is the story of the brother. The family of the lady, called him that he has to pay the dowry of the lady that is dead. He has to make love to her.
The such thing still exists.
Like that.
In this time.
That's kind of too much.
You as a Christian, when you impregnate a lady without paying the bride price of the lady, that is what you're supposed to do. The first thing before the lady will put to bed, you have to go and pay the dowry of the lady, so that
Diary of a dead person.
Before the pregnancy will be
man
due,
worships or the guy
you have to do it as a
worships
Christian.
in a genuine church. You should be able to guide him before that time to pay the dowry.
I'm not sure it's the fault of the guy, because I've heard some people say you not marry her when she's pregnant until she puts to bed.
There's another tradition there. I will come to that, where you are not allowed to pay the dowry of a lady in pregnancy.
Yes.
So
why would a so-called born again brother, why would he impregnate a lady?
Why would he pregnant a lady?
Why?
Maybe if the tradition said that you cannot pay the dowry of the lady, maybe when the lady is still pregnant.
She said,
if the lady give up, you have to pay the dowry. That's for you to claim that child if the child is still alive. Unless if the child is not alive. If you want to claim that child, you have to pay the dowry.
As a man, I don't think it's a bad thing if you have to do all that you're supposed to do.
Correct.
Marry her, because if she was alive, you probably would have married
You
her.
enjoyed
No,
her.
are you saying what you're trying
When
to
she
say
was
now is
alive, you enjoyed
the
her.
man should be compelled to do what he has been asked to do?
No, what I'm saying is, there are things that, just like when you want to get married to somebody, there are things they'll ask you to bring. You cannot bring all of them. But marriage will still hold on.
Yes.
So there are certain requirements.
somebody said,
because
you said, what kind of a born again brother will impregnate a lady?
Born again, not just a Christian. We're not talking about a church goer, somebody who just goes to church. Today is Sunday, let me go to church.
It's you that know if you are born again. It's you that know if you are born again. Some people, they just say born again, just mere saying it, I'm born again.
I'm not
But
saying
they're
the
not
person
really
is
born
born.
again.
When they called him that he should come and do the necessary traditional norms, he said to the family of the lady that he's born again.
Just to dodge it.
So that is the point.
Why would you now say you are born again after, not before?
I can remember these things. It happens in my place. It's very real. It's very real. When you get a sister pregnant and the sister happens to die during the course of the pregnancy, you have to marry her. It happens. And in some cases, if the family of the lady, they are wicked, they might even take your life.
So I'm not saying it will happen to your brother. So will you allow your brother to go and marry a dead person?
I don't see it as marriage.
You are marrying. It's marrying how? What are you trying to do?
I'm saying it. I said in my place.
Do the needful.
This thing
before
happens
getting
in my
married.
place.
And in some tradition,
That's
you
like,
don't marry a woman
before
with
you
pregnant
even
until
get
she puts
into
to
a
death.
This young man mistakenly impregnated her. He never intended to doing that.
And why going? Why?
Temptation. He was tempted.
Why would you do anything
he
that
has
would
to
be
marry
about
the
He's
that?
not supposed to marry the
Why would
lady.
you
He's supposed
sleep
to
with
just
a woman that you've not
assist
even
in the
done
burial.
anything?
That's all. Maybe bury the lady and
This
that's
lady
all.
in question, she
And
knows
take care of the
Let
baby.
me ask
No
you.
one
Let me
goes.
ask
tell
you a
the guy,
question.
this is what happens in my place, so you have to
Go
pay
and do
madam.
What if she did not? What if she did not?
In case of any
What if she did
mistake
not tell
like
the guy?
this,
What if she did not tell the guy such thing?
The guy should know.
Which lady in her normal sense will tell the guy that this is my tradition, and then if I get impregnated by you and I die, nobody will come to that level.
That is why
I've heard somebody that says so.
love that
The woman is from
you go
Enugu.
ahead and do
The woman has been.
things.
The woman is a friend. The husband. Let me just say now. The husband impregnated her. She gave birth to the first one. The second one, then that second one, it was that time that the woman stood bold enough to tell the man, see you, if you did not pay my daughter.
That was after second one. We are talking about the first pregnancy. This guy was called by the family of the girl. You must come and marry her. You must do this. You must sleep with her, make love to her. That's what I'm saying.
It's not possible.
So tradition.
You are saying it's not possible now, but
what are we expected to do? And the point now is that this tradition, if you don't keep to it, it can even claim the life of the guy. That's another thing. Some family go as far as killing you. So are we expected to allow such barbaric tradition to still keep going on in our society?
No.
What do we do? Do we really need such a thing?
No,
because
no,
you are blaming the guy. Why should he impregnate a lady when he has not done anything good? Is there everything that every parent will say to any child? You understand? But of course, temptation can come. Anything can happen. They are human beings, especially the people of youths of our time. So a situation like that, what are we expected to do? Can you obey such? But before we continue with this, we're going on a short break. Still on Facts on
matters.
So please, this idea of men, families comparing young men with great future, young men with, a guy that has passed through sleeping with a dead lady, compelling him to make love, like that. Do you think there is any left chance for that guy, for such a guy to remarry? Will anybody that knows about such history want to have anything to do with such a guy?
Since you call yourself a Christian and you impregnate a lady, maybe the lady died, I say you go marry him. Then when you marry him, if you sleep with the corpse, at the end of the night, you're a born again Christian. You go meet your pastor for deliverance.
How can you sleep with the dead? How can you
go do am now?
Sleeping with a dead person.
Sleeping with the dead person.
As long as I'm concerned, the person have died, she has died, she has gone.
No.
So the young boy should move on with his life.
No, don't say it like that.
You should go marry.
Don't say it like that.
It's not marry the dead.
The life of the lady.
If it's your relation that does such a thing, will you agree?
No, what about the lady?
Just say if you are the one, will you agree?
Let me
not agree. I will not agree.
We should understand the fact that she's also a
the person
woman
is died, she's gone, she's gone.
Let me ask you.
How can you say
It will
somebody
not
should marry
it will not happen. Assuming it's your own blood.
What if
Assuming
that
it's your own
lady
blood and
is
something like that
related to you?
happens. Will you be
I will not agree.
happy to see
I will not
something?
agree.
She has gone now.
She has gone.
She has gone.
She
has gone.
Nobody will hear what you're saying.
She has gone.
No, you will not leave it to go like that.
She has gone.
She has gone. Will you have the mind to say she has gone? Let it go like that.
Okay, go and wake her up.
I don't think
She has done
the right thing.
the truth is, I don't think they marry, when they say come and marry the dead body, is that they want you to come and do what you have done, what you're supposed to do before the child came.
What for?
What for now?
What
so
for?
that you'll be living with her again, or
What
what
for?
happened?
Somebody that is dead.
So that the corpse will be able to be
They
buried.
should respect
The
this.
dead is
That's a
expected to bury the
tradition.
dead for goodness sake. What has the living got to do with the dead?
Since the guy
Somebody
now,
that has gone.
he refused to do the necessary. This necessary.
They can even say buy a court to bury her, and that's all.
That's what I'm saying.
They believe that if the girl wasn't pregnant, nothing would have happened to her. You are the cause of
Buy
her
yams,
death.
buy drinks,
So you have to
buy
marry her.
buy
If she was
drinks.
alive, somebody would have come to marry
if
her,
you're talking
pay her
about-
dowry, and do the needful. So since she's dead, you are the
God
one that
forbid.
put her in that condition.
And when she
You
was
are
alive, she was enjoying her.
He's not the one that killed the girl.
The
Exactly,
truth is,
my-
this
He's not the one that
tradition,
killed the
this
girl. So you
tradition
cannot say she come and marry a dead
You are
person.
not the one that
He's
killed
not
the
the
girl,
one, and she's not married.
pregnant
That she
and
died.
to her dead.
That was how.
if she was
Her
not
destiny
pregnant,
is
I
possible.
wouldn't
She
be
would not
be
be
alive.
She would not have to blame the young guy.
She could have just been walking on the road and died.
I don't know.
Yes, I
Okay,
believe that has happened.
Yes.
We will know that that's what
So you
happened.
now go and hold the grant to come and bury or to come and pay.
Since the guy has committed it,
if she was alive, somebody would have come to marry her.
If she not died through that pregnancy, something could have taken her life.
Then something else would have taken her life. The family would have known that it's something else that have taken her life.
Me as a mother, I no go let you go.
What if it God forbid but it happened to your son?
It happened to my. I will tell my son to do the needful. You pay the dowry.
I cannot do so.
You pay. It will not happen to me, but you must do the right thing.
Remember that it can have effect on the life of that young guy.
It will not.
It will have effect in the life of that young guy.
This is why I said, can we spell out what and what is being required of the man to do?
Everything concerning
If you say all they want him to do is to do a traditional marriage.
Yes, everything.
You do the traditional marriage and they are done with it and then they can bury.
It's not all about traditional marriage. If it was traditional marriage or come and pay maybe a ransom for what happened, it's a different ballgame. We're talking about making love
to a dead body.
I don't even understand.
What is Mba in this matter now?
But when she was alive, you enjoyed her now without paying her.
You got yourself into that mess. You should have known that these traditions are there.
It's not done.
These traditions,
You cannot say a young boy. That was when she was alive. That was when she was alive. That was when she was alive. You cannot do unto others how you want them to do. How can you
impregnate the lady without doing the necessary? Is that my question?
When the girl was alive,
don't tell me anything is wrong. Don't tell me.
You was enjoying her.
There's nothing you tell me is wrong.
You was enjoying her.
He was enjoying the living
because she if not the death.
Then why didn't you do the needful before the death?
Yes.
Why didn't you?
How would the young man know that she would die? How would the young man know that she would die?
So next time,
please,
they will do the needful.
Yes.
Before going into any other.
If you truly love that lady,
it's a mistake.
What are you supposed to do?
It's a mistake for crying out loud. It's a mistake. It's not intentionally. And this guy did not know that this young lady would die. So he wants her to go. He wants him to go and sleep with
Immediately she got pregnant. Why didn't he come and do the needful?
What if they told her that? If they told him that he will not do the needful until the girl puts to bed.
So wait.
What if something like that happen?
If they tell you like that and you have good relationship with the parents of the woman, you understand? You can pay the dowry and beg them.
No,
it's
if you beg them, they can understand.
Listen, in this tradition, because we made our inquiry solidly, you know, the family of this guy was asked. They were asked, why did you not pay the dowry? They said the family of the deceased, the family of the girl, you know, told them from onset that once a lady is pregnant in their place, you don't pay the dowry. You don't pay the dowry.
I was told from the onset.
Do you understand? And then the guy himself was asked, why did you not do some necessary things? And everything is not dowry in marriage. He told them that he hadn't money.
See,
you understand?
now you don't get the money.
The born again brother no get.
Now you don't get the money.
He did not.
Now the problem don't start. Now the family go help him.
He never intended settling down at that time. They were
he was enjoying. He was enjoying the lady.
Listen, get this right.
You were tapping the current.
Get it right. He never intended impregnating her. The thing is that he wasn't really, according to him, he said he wasn't really making daily love to her.
Oh, it may have been a one time.
Yes,
just a one time.
5 minutes enjoyment.
So you condemn the whole.
decency.
Does this mean that you condemn the lifetime of a man because of a 1 second pleasure?
Yes.
A man's full complete lifetime should be condemned.
You should condemn that.
Who is without stone should cast the first stone. Who is without sin should cast the first stone.
Cast it now. You do that. You are blaming the guy.
The girl
you are without sin.
They should suffer. So the parents of the lady should suffer.
I sit on my grand. That guy must not sleep with that girl.
You will do the necessary thing. You will do the necessary thing. So long as she enjoyed the daughter when she was alive. You were tapping the current when she was alive.
Okay, when it comes to some issue, tradition will set
cannot
into some
erase the
people.
tradition.
When it comes to another issue,
that's why you need to know before getting yourself into it.
Let me ask you a very question. Does this mean that if let's say two brothers, a man and a woman want to get married, and then the tradition says that if they want to get married, they have to go and bow before Amadioha, will you say they should do it because because it's tradition.
Yes.
That was different.
You have to choose. This is the mistake we're talking about. For crying out loud.
That you do, because some traditions are wicked and faulty of the devil. Why don't you not?
If you are not gotten the girl pregnant, you cannot be compared to do that. If you are not gotten the girl pregnant.
Tradition. You say there should be tradition. What
if the girl was alive, you could have choose whether you want to go ahead with it or not.
This guy never says what happened. He never foresaw what happened. You know, it's something. Listen, because he was thoroughly interviewed, and then from our findings, he wasn't really in a state of settling down. Yes, he loved her. He had intentions of marrying her, just out of one something.
I think that's something you would have used a chain or rope to tie your distance so that it will not be a mistake.
I don't think this girl was the only child that the parents had.
So you should not.
It was a mistake.
They will be angry now. They will be angry.
It was a mistake. To avoid blame, to avoid that mistake, you would have used chain to tie your distance so that it will not make that mistake.
Yes, you don't know where this person is coming
that leads you to that mistake.
You don't know where they're coming from.
If you see one commit mistake, you can say, hey.
My question now is this: what does sleeping with the dead woman now? What does it do? Okay, she said if that's the only child, what does sleeping with that dead woman now? What does it do now for the family?
Okay,
it will bring her back.
What does it do?
It's their tradition.
Barbaric tradition.
Listen,
and because raise it, it's their tradition. It's their tradition.
Now you find trouble.
Now you find trouble because you know Tayam.
Because it is their tradition. That's a very good question. What benefit? Of what importance is it to the family of the deceased that the young man should come and make love to her, sleep with her, drink the water with which the body is washed? Of what importance? What have they considered in benefiting?
Wickedness. I call it.
Now you say because it's tradition. Which tradition? And that is the point. That is where that tradition has to be what? Eradicated. Because it's of no importance.
Yes, no importance.
They can tell you something. Let us.
It's one person that started it. It's not of one person that started it.
So they can go and meet kingsmen, the village head, to eradicate the tradition just because of one person. They have done it to say, they have done it to be.
It's not one person that started it.
Traditions. They are of different levels. This one has to do with somebody's life, somebody's right.
I understand what you're saying, but let us go scripturally. In the time of old, if a woman committed adultery, she had to be stoned to death. Okay. But what did Jesus do? He said, "He who is without sin, cast the first stone." Did anybody cast any stone?
Nobody.
Traditions can be
preaching Jesus to people that don't even know about Jesus. They don't care.
See,
they don't care.
Knowing about Jesus, this thing is in the heart. You know the right and the wrong. We all have conscience.
You see, some of these traditions, it cannot be changed. It cannot be changed. Let the people, the kingsmen that play this offer, let their children fall victim of this same second. They will way to manipulate it.
So he who is with obviously for everything that you do, if you want to go the traditional way, a lot of Christians will be held back by customs and traditions.
Yes.
Do not do this. Do not do this. Don't marry this. Don't do this. But as Christians, there is freedom. God has given us freedom.
And when you say,
that is why as Christians, you need to be careful. You need to be careful.
Yes.
It's okay. You're putting your leg.
It's okay. I think the counsel here is this: young men should please try to dig into the traditions, customs, and traditions of the ladies before getting deeper into any form of relationship with them. One, please, if you know that such traditions that have such traditions that are barbaric, that can even determine whether you are continuing with them or not. So young men should please let us not just jump into, you don't understand, I love her, I saw her in the dream. It's not enough. Let us also look deep down to the tradition, because some of this, you say you don't do it, they will go as far as taking your life. Where then is the love? You are dead, your love is dead, in quote. So please let us also, before we fall in love, let us ask questions, make inquiries, go back to the roots, ask your parents to help you to find out so tradition. What are their customs? What are their traditions? Is this something that I can take? We have a very, very, very funny tradition in my place. I married woman cannot urinate outside. You cannot possibly say you are pressed and you open your leg. And this time, this the 21st century, where we have so many women suffering from diabetes, what do you expect of them? They cannot really open their legs to urinate. See so many women smelling, they will rather urinate like that instead of opening legs on the streets to urinate. Such barbaric and wicked traditions should be eradicated. And if you know that you cannot eradicate it, you know that you don't have the power to change it, you don't have the power, you don't have the money to escape it. Because some parents will say, name your price already. Hungry families will accept money and silence everything. Still, that when they see millions, nobody will remember tradition again. But if you don't have the money, they will ridicule you and make you, compare you to do what? To compromise with that wicked tradition. So young men of our time, please ask questions before you fall in love. Ask questions before you climb a lady. Make inquiry, find out what is the tradition that you know that can mark you in life, and then see whether you continue with that lady or not. Instead of putting your life, jeopardizing your life, putting yourself into unnecessary what? Problems. So we're going to be drawing the curtain here this morning in this our program. Still on this program, Facts on Matters. So we love you. We see you same time next week. God bless you. God bless you. Bye.